Good day, everyone. This is your friend, Dr. Arlie Macasiano Imperio. And here in YouTube, we will do as frequently as we can every 1 o'clock at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Philippine Standard Time. I will go live by YouTube and let's say discuss certain health topics that will benefit everyone. And so, if you have any questions in your life, simply put them in our chat box, and I will take note of them, and we can discuss it immediately or in the next episode. And as the start, I would like to invite everyone to subscribe to my let's say website. You just simply click the link, which I will be posting soon in the chat box, and then click subscribe and simply give your email. And if you have any health questions, you can put it in the email. And I usually check my email every now and then. So I will give you a response within 24 hours. This is my way of helping everyone. If you have any health concerns, especially our overseas foreign workers, our Filipino workers who are scattered all over the world, they have sacrificed so much. They left their family to earn more extra income outside the country, and they are, let's say, bearing the pain of separation. So our goal is to help them, at least to be able to ask certain answers to any health question. So today our focus would be on the elderly. And the elderly, as defined by law here in the Philippines, are the senior citizens. These are the individuals who are now aged at 60 years old and above. So at age 60, you can apply for your senior citizen ID and you enjoy certain benefits. That's in the Philippines. And I think there are also similar programs in many countries, in America, Europe. So we have a particular interest and support for the elderly. So welcome, Glenn Abril. You're the first one to join our chat box. Thank you for, let's say, attending and start sharing this to your loved ones and friends. And the beauty about here in YouTube, this is recorded. So in case you missed it, you just simply have to, let's say, watch the replay and take notes. So it's like having, let's say, a discussion, a friendly discussion with your, let's say, doctor. So I will type in the chat box our website. It is DNA DNA Health RX. DNA Health RX.com. So I now have it in the chat box. I'll try to see if I can pin this up or else take note of it. Click it and then click subscribe and submit your email. So we got connected and you can, let's say, type in any question, even in Filipino. I'm speaking in English because this is also designed to reach out to our friends in America. Soon I will have our lectures here in YouTube to be translated in Filipino, in German, in French, Spanish, even in Bahasa Indonesia, or even in Chinese. So it's more easy to have it translated if it's done entirely in English. That's why notice I'm speaking in English. So our topic for today is focus on the elderly. So I mentioned being considered a senior citizen is 80 years old and above. And the best time to focus on healthy aging is as early as possible in life, ideally at age 40. Because in the growth and development of the human being, the rapid growth and development starts from age 1 up to age 21. So we call this the pediatric age group. At each particular age, there are certain let's say, levels of development. And a pediatrician is trained to take note of this development, and the pediatrician can decide if it's within normal limits. For example, at 6 months, the child could sit without support. At about 10, 11 months, the child could stand up. In about 12 months, the child can start to walk. So these are example of the growth and development of a human being that we consider normal. So at age 21, we are now an adult, a healthy adult. The body has did everything to be healthy. So the foundation is of the first 21 years. So healthy adult is let's say 20 to 30 or even up to 40. So the next 20 years. However, starting at age 40, the aging process would start. But one is still strong at that time, right? At age 40. And at age, the next 20 years, age 50, 60, so 40 plus 20 is 60, then the person is now considered a senior citizen. So at age 50, which is half the century, we would now start, let's say, take note of our, let's say, body, that we know that it's getting older. And then at age 60, we are now considered officially as a senior citizen to enjoy certain benefits designed for the elderly, especially here in the Philippines. And I'm sure every country has their own program. So at age 65 up to age 75, probably as the aging process would start to be more prominent. But the age bracket of 65 to 75 gives us hope, because one can still, let's say, be aggressive to, let's say, delay aging to enhance longevity. And if one has certain medical challenges, can get proper treatment. And there is hope that with proper medication, improvement in the in the lifestyle, which we call healthy lifestyle, one can more or less enhance longevity. However, when one already reaches 80 and beyond, what will happen to the human body depends on what was done since birth, or since one was born at age 1. If we had a healthy lifestyle all throughout during the first 21 years of our life, we will enjoy a healthy adulthood. And then if we keep on having a healthier lifestyle, then at age 40, where we mentioned aging would start to commence, uh, how we would experience our life depends on how strong our foundation on health is. And then when one reaches 60, there might be some medical conditions at hand, and still we can catch up to age 75. But when one reaches 80, if the foundation is weak, there might be some serious problems already. So I have a video in this let's say topic, a 3-minute video on let's say healthy aging. So if you would if you would subscribe to our, let's say, website, then I can send you a copy. And it's something I feel everybody between the age of 65 to 75, or ideally at age 60, should be able to see this video, because I have listed down certain specific steps that you can do to enhance, let's say, healthy aging or longevity. So everyone would like to live as long as possible, right? But the idea here is living, let's say, longer, but with quality life experience. And this can be done, let's say, through preventive medicine. So in today's discussion, I would focus on certain challenges that may happen to the elderly. And so if you are still young, You observe this. Let's say you're in your 20s, 30s, the millennials. Observe it to your parents, because what happens to our parents would more or less happen to us. They are just ahead of us, and we can learn from that experience. So if you're on your 30s, 40s, then this is also for you, because if you take action at this particular age bracket, it will lead to many benefits, health benefits. If you are now in your 60s, then the more you should be concerned, because there's still hope, because you're still young. Because the baby boomers, when we say baby boomers, these are the group of babies that were born after World War II, which is 1945. So 20 years from 1945 is 1965. So those who were born from 1945 to 1965, this group of babies are identified or labeled as baby boomers, because at this time there was a rapid, let's say, boom or birth of babies. So wherever this group goes, it influences the trends in society. So during the first 10 years of life, the focus was on baby shoes, right? Baby food, like Gerber, for example. And then when these baby boomers became teenagers, right? It follows. And then when these baby boomers ended up successful in their career and work, there was a boom in real estate worldwide, because the baby boomers are now starting to buy properties and have their own homes, right? But the question is, where are the bulk of the baby boomers now? So I would say they are now in their 60s and 70s. To be more specific, I would say between 65 to 75. They are still, let's say, healthy, but there might be some health challenges. They are still, let's say, strong, but they now start the feeling of weakness. And some may already have some medical concerns, and they should be properly treated as early as possible, because they may worsen. So a baby boomer in general is not thinking of getting old, because to them the definition of old age is when one reaches 80 and above. And since they are not yet in their 80s, right? And they're usually in their 60s and 70s. So they're still relatively strong. They like to feel young. They like to look more youthful, beautiful. They would like to have more energy and keep on enjoying life as it comes. But they are now aware that limitations are now just in the corner. Because when one is already on his 80s, one may not walk as far as they usually do, and would may even need a wheelchair just to be able to move around. Uh, and that becomes more prominent as one gets older. So, what are the challenges? The first is in regards to pain. We call that pain management. There is what you call chronic pain. So, for example, one has, let's say, arthritis, and it's painful. One has elevation of his uric acid and can be painful. So, there is pain in the joints, pain in the musculature, right? So, it's one of the, let's say, natural, let's say, history of the aging process. It is now hitting the nerves along the joints or the bones. So the baby boomer would like to avoid this. And if one has this is one of the challenges. The second challenge would be mobility and independence, because the baby boomer, especially when already his 80s, in general, when he would move around, travel, should have a companion. So he may now need assistance somebody who will, let's say, help, let's say, walking the stairs, moving around, and if there are some specific needs that might be, let's say, uh, needed, then there's somebody to assist. So pain management, as I mentioned, second is mobility and independence. The third is what we call cognitive function. The baby boomer uh, who is now aging will start to realize the importance of memory because he seems to start having some lapses or let's say forgetfulness. So the idea is to prevent, let's say, cognitive function. Cognitive function means the function in the brain. Okay, so there are certain ways on how this can be, let's say, enhanced, and cognitive function is also connected to memory. And then number four challenge to an aging person is social connection because he cannot just easily move around, travel. So he tends to be, let's say, only in one place, let's say at home. He does not socialize as he would. And even though he would like to visit his friends or even his children, grandchildren, he may not have that easy mobility. And sometimes they are just left alone at home, so they might feel lonely, right? Because the children and the grandchildren are already busy in, let's say, creating their own life. And then at the same time, there are now, let's say, symptoms like pain, we mentioned, body weakness, and other challenges that may come. They must have easy access to the healthcare system. And this is very important. That's why in the Philippines, when one reaches 60 by law, he is now considered a senior citizen and he can apply for having an ID and he can use that ID to enjoy, let's say, discounts in healthcare facilities. He can enjoy discounts in seeking medical care, dental or medical or even surgical. He can enjoy, let's say, discounts in medicines and vitamins that is being purchased. And so that's our way in the Philippines on how to help the, let's say, aging person. But the good news, my dear friends, is that we realize that aging is part of our life. But our goal is healthy aging and enhancement of longevity. And therefore, as much as possible, delay the aging process by having a stronger body. So to have a stronger body, which is another topic, we discussed some of them in the past, but I'll give you some review or ideas. The general idea is to have a healthy lifestyle. So search my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is YouTube at Arlie, that's ARLE, Imperio, and you can gain access to about 300 videos I uploaded. So I will put into the chat box my YouTube channel so that you can take note of it and then search me in YouTube. Okay, so I'm now typing it in the chat box. YouTube and then at Arlie, that's my name, small letters, all straight, Arlie Imperio. And you will gain access to my YouTube channel. And then you can watch all the videos that I have uploaded. And I would like to suggest that you take note of the video on how to have a more healthy lifestyle. But I'll give you some ideas. It's involving nutrition, exercise, water, sunbathing, temper control, air, rest, and trust in God or divine power. But there are a lot that we can cover. So today, we're focusing on the health challenges that will, let's say, come or to the elderly. Now, when it comes to nutrition, I personally am part of the baby boomers, right? And if you would like to take note, what are the steps that I am taking to enhance, let's say, the quality of life of an elderly? So, an elderly or the person considered an elder is usually at age 60 and above. It starts at age 60 by law. So, by law here in the Philippines, when you're 60 years old, you are already a senior citizen and has some benefits. But the important thing here is we don't enhance the quality of our life to avoid, let's say, pain, probably due to arthritis, to enhance our ability to move, walk, and even run, to support our brain function, which is referred to as cognitive function, and memory, which is important because when one becomes senile, the ability to remember might be a serious, let's say, consequence. Like I have a friend who is a baby boomer. She is now in her 70s, and her hubby is also a few years older in her 70s. But it seems that the senility or senile dementia was more, let's say, prominent with her partner. And she said to me, it's quite sad because oftentimes my hubby or partner seems to forget even my name. But with a little nod or coaching, the person would remember, yeah, I remember your name. So notice that's how it can creep in. The good news is that we can possibly delay that by enhancing cognitive function. And then the ability to connect, to socialize is so important because an elderly tends to be isolated. So there is loneliness. Before he has a lot of, let's say, the children are around, the grandchildren are around, family members are around now. And then usually some have gone away or traveled elsewhere or busy in work, and the person tends to be lonely. And then the opportunity to gain access on the healthcare services or the healthcare system because of, the elderly is now starting to have some medical challenges. So that's an overview. Now, I would like to be specific in, let's say, focusing on certain nutrients that can help us to possibly delay aging and then enhance longevity. And I think that will be the topic, let's say, tomorrow. What are the nutrients that I can, let's say, add to a healthy lifestyle to have a more, let's say, quality life as we get older? So be sure to review this episode on what are the health challenges that affects the elderly. And so if we have an elderly in our midst, which could be our parents, our grandparents, our uncles and aunties or relatives, or even friends or classmates, then we can do something about it. And then at the same time, we realize that we ourselves are aging. And so we learn from that experience and then we enhance the quality of our life because when one gets older in life, uh, there can be issues involving, let's say, uh, pain. There can be issues involving memory, cognitive function. There could be issues on social connection and even access to the healthcare system. Oh, I see Maria Pinay, Germany in the chat box. Welcome. I started already about 24 minutes ago at about 1 o'clock here in the Philippines. And So I can see you have scheduled a lot of activity in YouTube. I'll do my best to connect. And I like the pictures that you have posted. It showed how healthy you are and still as beautiful as you are. So I'm sure your hubby is so proud of you. So welcome. So I am about to end in a few minutes. You missed a portion. Don't worry. This is being recorded in YouTube. You can just simply watch the replay. But I will do this to the best of my ability. Uh, and so connect to my, let's say, website. I will again type it in the chat box. This is my way of serving everyone. And then simply subscribe so that you can, let's say, uh, be updated with the videos I will be releasing on almost on a daily basis. So it's dnahealthrx.com. So just I just posted it in the chat box. dnahealthrx.com. Oh, there is no M. So I will repeat it. Okay, so that you can just simply click it. Okay, the https colon slash slash dna healthrx.com. Okay, then that's it. Okay, just click that site and click subscribe and then just simply give your email. And if you have any health concerns, just simply type it in and you can attach your laboratory test if you like. And I will answer within 24 hours. Okay, so welcome to our session. So uh, connect, subscribe, and watch the replay. And then I would appreciate if you would comment in the chat box and then share this lecture to others. Okay, so thank you, Maria. You've been busy. Lots of customer last day. Miss also my dinner date with my husband. Okay, so I saw your pictures. I like it. So have more in it. If you can send them through our email, so I would appreciate that. Okay, so God bless. This is your friend, Dr. Arlie Macasiano Imperio. And the goal now is to avoid, let's say, health challenges or getting sick, enhance the quality of health of our body, delay aging, and enjoy life to the fullest. And consider me as your friend to help you in any way by just connecting to us. So God bless to everyone until our next, let's say, YouTube lecture.